It is an absolutely gorgeous, sunshiny afternoon, blue skies. Happy Memorial Day. Figured I'd give a Memorial Day tour of the garden. These pansies and the verbena that we bought in the early spring are just gorgeous. They are productive and continually producing. Coming down the steps. Still have a spring flag up. We'll be replacing that probably tomorrow or Tuesday. I have new ones coming in. And over here, our Memorial Day flag. Just remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice. We have oregano. We have radishes and carrots, both of which desperately need to be thinned out. Radish leaves are delicious though. They're spicy and bitter. This does not belong there. Take that out. And that is out of there. A little bit belong there. We have some lettuce. Really pretty. It's getting big. It needs to be eaten up. And then in the middle there is Swiss chard and grass. Again, doesn't need to be there. So it's growing up nice and wet. Peas, a little behind the curve, but they're starting to find their way. And cilantro, tomatoes. These are green doctors. These are white currants. Back here, we have cucumbers. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the Japanese name. They're Japanese cucumbers in the little trellis. You can see this trellis is a little bit narrower than the other one I'm about to show you. Still have some tomato seedlings. I'm going to give them to my sister-in-law, Katie. She'll be visiting later this week. Mint. Once you plant mint, you will never get rid of mint. But I love it. It smells delicious. Here we have our snake beans, a type of gourd. Chinese python is the variant. More verbena pansies. You can see I have this one set up to be wider, more of a U shape. Hopefully that's going to be able to support the size of the things. These are your Blue Lake bush beans, and these are your soldier beans. And then here are nasturtiums, a couple of different varieties. We'll move over to the other side, where I have the baby bush okra, various peppers. I don't necessarily need to go through all of them. And potatoes are, right now, I need to hill them again and again and again. They're not quite all the way up the bag. They're about halfway. Hard to see, but yeah, quite a bit of work still needs to be done there in terms of hilling. They have gotten way ahead of me. They're the most productive potatoes I've ever planted, for sure. This is where the long beans have gone. Very, very excited for those. We have some lilies coming up behind the forsythia. They should be blooming here in the next week or so. And just wanted to point out my sign. If you scan that, you'll have kidney garden inception. And the side of my house. We're gonna come back here. Looks like the city or somebody's gonna be doing some work. They marked out my gas line, helpfully. They had it painted in the lawn there, but I've already mowed over it. Hopefully they can find their way. Here is my lovely compost pile. It is definitely going down with the season. Under here, I planted some thyme. It's creeping thyme, magic carpet. It's supposed to spread. Hopefully it does. In here is what's left from my little jugs. This is what the thyme looks like. You can see some of it came up. I think that's just a weed. This might be Emmys, I'm not sure. And we got snapdragons here. Back here we have foxglove. Heart-stoppingly beautiful. I'm gonna make that joke until somebody gets it. Yeah, there's a bunch of odds and ends coming up here. I've got some morning glories, and there's some bill. Some of this is volunteer, some of it's coming back from last year. Rhubarb, pretty picked over. I think it's slugs that are getting it. That's okay. I'm pretty much done with it. I need to let it fly follow till next year. Strawberries. Man, I should be getting a strawberry or two here very, very soon. Really excited for that. Here's Gypsy's little memorial. I had to replant the zinnias, and now the coleus and whatnot are coming in strong. Neighbor on the motorcycle. Another couple more volunteers here. These are weeds. But this is coriander. Here's another coriander, cilantro. You never know what you're gonna get. There's some wood sorrel. And oh, here's a tomato. How about that? I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it's a tomato. Morning glory, might take over everything. We'll see who wins. Here are the tall okra. Those are 9 feet tall, I think, those poles. Got them at our local Ace Hardware. And last year I planted these in 3-gallon containers. These are 5-gallon containers. And they grew every bit of 9 feet tall. Crazy. Beautiful plants, love them. And here is our melon. I had to replant some of it. Got a gopher in there. And it looks like he's left it alone since I put the morning glories, or marigolds there. And last but not least, our big tomatoes. These are San Marzanos. I'm just going to pull them up. And we've got black pineapple and pineapple, along with a couple hazels. Well, thus ends the tour of the garden. I think it's coming along pretty well. Glad to have everything planted. Figured I'd show you guys, and well, let me know what you think.